Okay, Greg, you were asking me, how is this possible? I think that's basically it. We have a friend on the other side of the world who, like me, if I have the technician working with me, can transfer energy from a photograph of your bird into a vial of water by intent and or prayer, where the vial of water serves as a crystal, a liquid crystal, to store the quantum patterns of, in this case, JJ, and all his tissues, chemicals, whatever, that are in his body, and cell types and so forth. Basically, life is very different from what we've been taught in traditional science. At a quantum level, everything is, at my understanding, according to my understanding, vibrational energy. And there is an infinite array of different frequencies and different frequency patterns, all intermingled. Every structure that is in the physical realm and every emotion that is felt in the physical realm by physical bodies has its own peculiar or individual quantum frequency, vibrational pattern and amplitude. And so that's every chemical, the hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, whatever. Every molecule where we have two or more atoms joined together has its own individual quantum frequency pattern. So every hormone, every chemical, every cell type, every virus that is a compound of all these different things has a much more complex frequency pattern that contains the frequency patterns of its components. And so when we come to a whole body, such as JJ, a living organism, we have all the frequency patterns of the feathers, of the arteries, of the veins, and each artery and each vein has a different frequency pattern. We can pick out the right vein or the carotid artery or whatever and sort out what's going on in a particular artery or nerve if we need to. But generally we don't, for the sort of work that we're doing. So we've been looking at his skin and his major organ structures. The skin is the major organ of the body. And we have found that not only does he have his normal body, but he has also the frequency patterns within the skin and within the beak and within his toes of a virus that coincide with a virus called Papillomavirus. What I haven't explained is that each element in this great equation of life, be it a molecule, a hormone, an organ, a liver, a body, acts as both a transmitter of these energy patterns around the world and beyond, and as a receiver of those energy patterns from around the world and beyond. So think of a radio transmitter and a radio receiver in one, applying to every structure, everything that's in his body. And think of any disease-associated organisms such as papillomavirus, poxvirus, beak and feather virus, or everything also having their own quantum frequency patterns. Anyway, through this amazing instrumentation, this quantum technology that is now available, it is possible to detect these frequency patterns and it's possible to adjust them up or down. And I use the tuning fork as an example. Certainly when I did science at university and also when I did science in high school, I remember the physics teacher teaching us hitting a tuning fork and having a guitar beside the tuning fork. And as the tuning fork was there vibrating after being belted on the table, the guitar string matching the harmonics of the tuning fork started vibrating. And then if the tuning fork was hit again in harmony with the first beat, the guitar string vibrated more vigorously and for a longer period of time. If the tuning fork was hit out of harmony or out of phase with the first strike, it neutralised or decreased the amplitude of the vibrating guitar string very quickly. And I use that as a basis for my understanding of what might be very different, but it explains to me how it is possible to adjust this little birdie's frequencies. So with the instrumentation and the vial of water holding his frequencies, we can use his body frequencies to tune into him, and we can find out what's happening inside his body at any moment in time.